Salam, shalom. I want to discuss the Bama Brawl. Important things in regards to that. Now, I'm giving you all a chance to get in here. Salam, shalom. Subscribe. Now, before I discuss this Bama Brawl, I want to let you guys hear how I found out about it. Exhibit A. I'm laughing at you for it, fool. The boy ain't bullshitting Alabama. They ain't bullshitting Alabama. Y'all would have thought they ain't bullshitting Alabama. Y'all was sweet. Y'all was sweet. Bitch, I wish I would do. They caught y'all tonight. They caught y'all tonight. First thing I want to touch on is this. Why do black people tell stories and sound effects? After I listened to Plies, I had no clue what happened. I was laughing. I was laughing and all that, but I had absolutely no clue what happened. Then I listened to a few other black people's take, and it was the same thing. No words, all sound effects. I found the actual video, or one of them, of someone recording it. Guess what? Same thing. The girl was like, see? Boop, 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 boop. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Black people don't even know what happened. I mean, and after y'all tell a story in sound effects, it comes to my realization, I don't know what happened, nor do y'all. Y'all have no clue what happened, nor do y'all care. Even the people that was there, if you ask them, what happened? Whoop, whoop. They don't know. They don't have a clue. I want to say this, and this is very important. A lot of you guys need to take a Taekwondo class, because y'all was fighting like a 4-year-old female. It was looking tacky. I said, what in the project hallway? What in the back of the trailer park? What in the public assistance shit is going on? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I said, what in the food stamp office shit going on at the boat dock, Big Mac? Nah. He said it looked staged. Y'all say everything looks staged in the daytime, except for all the staged shit. Is Alien staged? I said, nah, that's real. Said the Mayweather and John Gotti fight was staged. It's an exhibition. That's what exhibition means. Just a thought. Y'all didn't call that part staged. Y'all called the real part of the exhibition, which is when niggas lose their merit. That ain't a part of the script ever. In the exhibition, y'all call that part the stage part. But the whole exhibition, which is a fake fight, y'all didn't include that as the stage part. So I'm just giving you a perspective. You hit it on the nose, Cool Flip. I was just about to say that. Everybody's running around like, yeah, black people sticking together now. We always stuck together on stupid shit. But that wasn't never the question. Meaning if somebody getting their ass whooped or somebody happened to be robbing the store and your ass walking by and you black, yeah, you in it. You like, hell yeah, I want me some shit. That's how black people mind work. There'll be a cold-blooded robbery happening. And it's just like that movie Juice. They like, yeah, we in there with we in there too. Now, if you tell black people to come together on something that's important, that's the thing. Meaning, if you black and you was impressed by that boat dock thing, you should take your ass to the projects. You will see niggas jumping out their window just to get some of that action. Old ladies, like everybody. If you ever grew up in the hood, then you know what I mean. Everybody want to get their hit when somebody getting, overwhelmed. And so black people been in support of each other, but it's always for stupid stuff like what you seen. Now, I'm not saying they wasn't supposed to get beat up. Y'all know me. I'm always down for a good ass whooping. To see one. Not for me to get it. We oppose that. That is just It's never a good look if you put your hands on it. Forget the fighting back part. It is never a good look if you touch the wise one. If you want to be frowned upon, put your hands on it. Just letting you know in advance. There's going to be a lot of this. What the fuck sell this up? He was a goddamn fool. You a goddamn fool, you know that? Now, like I said, black people always in support of each other for dumb shit. If you think I'm lying, just go down to the jailhouse. They get more charity than anybody you could think of. And so I'm just letting you see, like, black people's thought process. Now, the first thing I noticed was the boys swimming, because that's the part y'all all had me on. Y'all say, yeah, man, because niggas were swimming in the river. I said, oh, I gotta see this. When did niggas strategize themselves like the Navy? I've been missing out. So I said, I gotta see this boy swim. Who was this ex-military Navy working nigga swimming? I found the clip. The nigga was getting so weak when he got towards the... I'm like, is this the swimming nigga they was talking about? I thought the nigga was gonna shoot out the water like a superhero. That nigga struggled out the water. He was so wet. I said, this can't be it. So I skimmed by. The nigga got out the water and took off his shoes. He was soaking wet. The water was pulling him down. I said, who is he gonna beat up? Soaking wet. All he did was make it where he gonna have to get butt naked. Can you imagine getting beat up by a butt naked nigga? Because he wet. So he had to get butt naked. Like I said, this was public assistance. This was public assistance behavior at its finest. Project hallway behavior at its pinnacle. the small little backyard of the trailer park. Splendor. He said, I can't swim. Shorty better than me. He swam it, but the way y'all told it, like when I was watching Plies, he was like, he was swimming. I'm like, oh, this nigga was like Aquaman. But when I watched it, because I'm like, damn, when did niggas learn how to swim, blood? Shit done changed. You know, had me excited. I said, oh, I wish I was there too. I wouldn't have swim, but, you know, big baby, I ain't getting wet. I'm old school. We don't do that. You got to be, if a nigga got to get wet, you dead. Save me. This how black people is back in the day. Like, if a nigga drown and they know the person looking dead in the eye, save me. They start grabbing other niggas like, come on, get them. They won't get in themselves. They like, fuck that. They could swim and all that, but they like, nah, I just learned to learn because they made me learn when I went to the fresh air fun with the white people. I didn't want to. Black people call swimming bum shit. So, like, yo, let's go to the pools, guys. They like, man, bums live in, bums take a bath in there. You a bum. So this is what you'll hear in the ghetto if you ever like, yo, go swimming. Niggas will look at you like, get the fuck out of here. That's bum world. That's how you get raped and all your shit stole. Black people have a pool in their backyard. Everybody sit around it. Smoking and drinking. No one's in it. You might see a nigga with his clothes on, fully dressed, smoking a cigarette or something in the pool. I'm not sure. This is... The point I'm making is when y'all told me he was swimming, I'm like, damn, when did... I said, yeah, I think we love each other again because we don't get wet, nigga. That's normally a death. If a nigga gotta get wet, you good as dead. But then when I seen the boy swimming, he was getting so weak towards the end. I said, yeah, he running out of energy. I don't think he gonna make it. Then he made it. I seen that one arm grab. You know how you grab the top? That one arm, it slipped a little bit. Caught with the second. I said, oh, he too tired. Who he helping? I'll say he threw the hat up. Everybody came out of no. He threw that hat up because that shit was in his way. He knew that hat was coming off. Them white boys was drunk. You know what y'all have to do? This is important. Y'all have to find out if all those white people knew each other. Meaning if all the white people that was beating them up before, you know, niggas came. Black people. If all them white people didn't know each other and they was just jumping in, you follow? That mean that's racist. But if they knew each other, then people that know each other, they're gonna help. He said I had grandpa hitting whites with it. Well, yeah, I was double punching at the same with different arms at the same. Like I said, y'all need taekwondo lessons. I don't want to hold you. I ain't display the best. I said, boy, black people sure. Damn, them guns sure have made black people can't fight too good. What the fuck? Niggas need a taekwondo class out this motherfucker. Y'all do aware of that, right? Guns have made you niggas terrible fighters. I remember when a black nigga, you know, he had a little squabble, a little hand game. I was fighting like 4-year-old females. I said, that's them guns. Nigga ain't throw hands in eons. So, just something to think about. He said he threw that hat like Bobby. He threw that hat like he thought his life was over in that minute. Like, that was his last final stress call or something. I don't know. I know we need to lose weight because that nigga was sloppy. I would have got up out of there. I said, why you fucking run, fat man? The fuck is you trying to choke this nigga for? Get your fat ass on up out of there. Blood is more though. That nigga tried to choke, they tackled him. I said, this is a sloppy hot mess. This is a whole hot pot power. This shit sloppy. I said I'm glad I wasn't there. Cause I would have been stabbing the shit out of them. I would have been poking niggas on the low. And I would have slid. You know how we doing, you know how I go in the hood. Pull up with my knife, cutting that shit out of niggas. To get out of here, I would have been going to jail for attempted murder. If I was there, I would have been going to jail for attempted murder. This shit wouldn't even have been. Don't be too proud. You seen the white people that was offending us? They was like, nah, white people, y'all got what y'all deserve now, but they was white. I'm like, they scared as shit, man. They see that race war coming. They like, let me get on the right side, cause let me get on the right side. That shit might get dangerous. If you a white woman and you single, there's a race war brewing. Get you a black husband. And it's the only chance you got to survive. It doesn't matter how much white people train, and y'all can do all the push-ups and pull-ups y'all want. Black people are like apes. Ain't none of that shit gonna matter. Ain't none of that shit gonna matter. Do you know the strength of just a normal black person untrained? You feel me? Like an ape. You have no chance of winning. You don't have to. You know, white people be doing a lot of working out and stuff, jogging, and black people have natural animal instinct type of thing going. Niggas climbing trees, back flipping. This shit just a part of their nature. That's no training involved. That's just black people. My point is, if you a white woman and you single, you gonna find you a black man. That's the only shot you got. I'm saying that because I'm taking I'm taking offers. If you want. You're a white girl in the room. Yeah, I'll protect you until, you know, the shit get too real. Take her. I ain't had nothing to do. She made me be with her blood. How white people is. She imitated me. He said, is there a limit to human strength? There's some big, strong white boys. Throw that out there. I know if you black, it's like that. You like, yeah, we all straight. No matter what they could do, they can never. Bring it down a little bit. There's some big, strong white Viking. Now they do have these big, strong white boys that they keep tucked away, just in case you niggas come to realize, oh, we don't really have to train anything. We're just naturally always going to be stronger than white people. All people. It's like a gorilla and a human. The human could do all the exercise he wants. He's never fucking up a gorilla. It's just not going to happen. He could deadlift all he wants, bench press and get his power up. A gorilla's whooping his ass after all of that. He didn't have to waste his time. This is how black people are to white people. But they do have these big white boys. They're strong. A lot of them work in the prisons. They're quite strong. They're quite strong. Niggas come get the run. Get the running fast, get out of there. The big Undertaker white boys, correction officer white boys. But like I said, it doesn't matter what white boy you get. Just look at it like this. You have boxing. Who's the white heavyweight champion? Any weight champion. That's my point. They learned this in the past in sports. They said it doesn't It doesn't matter how good our athlete is. This is white people. It doesn't matter how good our athlete is. There's always one of them that can just dust him off so easy. It doesn't matter how much we train. There's like 50 black dudes that'll just cream this guy. This is boxing. Baseball. Baseball was a white sport in the past. Now it's probably like half and half. Because of what I'm talking about. Boxing, white sport. But because of what I'm talking about, it's a black sport. Meaning they realize, okay, it wouldn't matter how much we train, that ass whooping is inevitable. UFC, same difference. It was mostly white, but yes, they realized, man, John Jones, and like I said, it don't matter how good you are. Brock Lesnar. Yeah, but he's getting that ass whooped by somebody black. We know this already. Yeah, whites are way better. No, see, even at golf, then Tiger Woods, it doesn't matter what the sport is. You get my point? I wasn't saying that to be racist or funny. This is just the real realities in life if you observe. It doesn't matter what white people do. For some reason, if you talking physical, they always gonna come up short. You got many sports as an example. You could get a really good white person at boxing, but you get it? You know the end result of that story. It's a bunch of black guys that could dust him off. He's just really good amongst other whites. Same with basketball. Man, this white boy is really good, but when you put him with the blacks, it's like, well, he's not even really mediocre when you consider it. This is not racist. This is real talk. Meaning if you white and you like, nah, I beg to differ that. It's because you haven't challenged yet. So you don't fully understand. Let's say you're a white fighter. You like, nah, I'll fuck a white boy, a black nigga up. I fucked one up in my back in the day. That's different. If a black guy of equal measure to you challenge you, you're gonna lose. Like that. Meaning, if you get the best white person in any physical thing, there's gonna be a bunch of black people that will just dust them off at it. No real effort needed. Let's look at golf. Y'all let Tiger Woods in there, he started dusting y'all. Fuck off. When it come to physical things, black people are like children. That's why I said physical, not mental. We lose that battle every time. Meaning white people are a little more advanced than y'all. If y'all say no, they not. Up until now, you know, black people and other races is underprivileged. Still are, but you get my point? I'm making a point that they go to better schools and shit like that. I'm not sure what y'all smoking. Maybe not now, but throughout history. They was able to get educated before black people. Meaning go to college and things like that. This was something they could do before us. So if you thinking like, no, we smarter than them. At what the fuck is you thinking about? At what? They got a big fucking head start, I'll tell you that. Look at it like this. Black people have a religion, Christianity. Now this religion is just biology. I guess the way white people see it. Black people are allergic to science and books. So, only way you gonna get them niggas to understand something about science or a book, you gotta put it into a story. Another way they won't fucking never listen. So in the beginning, the spirit of God hovered over the waters. This is your sperm cell. Getting the excel in the beginning. You follow? This is why when you're reading the Bible, and it tell you, when you read the New Testament, and it tell you the 42 generations before Jesus, that's 42 weeks of conception. Meaning it takes 42 weeks for a thing to be conceived, human. So the Old Testament is like, conception to birth. And the New Testament is like the birth of this thing. This thing being the Word. The universal body. The whole physical existence. But universal body, galactic body, solar body, organism body. A body's a body. Now, if you're familiar with biology, you know sperm cell gets egg cell, then you get your zygote stage, single cell, then it multiplies into 2, that's Adam and Eve, then 4, that's Adam, Eve, Cain and Abel, 8, so on and so forth, and then the world is populated. So it's just the telling of the manifestation of a person from the beginning, which is, sperm cells in the testicles, fallen angels. So it starts from there, brings you into the manifestation. And this is all the Bible is. Science book. Well, it was story before book, but you get my point. Black people don't like science, they don't like reading. And y'all have a whole religion that's just that. The retelling of, life manifesting. Breaking down deep shit. He talking about Japanese boxers on roids. If you think the Japanese box on something, it's something you ain't never even heard of. He's so far more advanced than you. You gotta know your races of people. Talking about roids, Japanese boy on something new. That nigga can fly. That nigga can fly. Trust me, I know everything. Fortune cookie can't tell you. Now, where was that? Oh, I was just explaining to y'all how y'all religion is basically just science. Biology. Things y'all refuse to deal with. You can't be a higher thinker than a person that's manipulating you presently. So you have to get it together. Zorro said Floyd Mayweather can barely read. Shit, half y'all can barely read. I went to school before. Because it was avoiding that reading. I was smart, so I was desperate to show off. You know, I'm big ego. So the teacher like, we want to read. Me! She's skipping over me and shit like that because I always read. You niggas all like, no eye contact. You avoiding it. She forced one of y'all to read. That shit sound like that shit sound like a robbery. Meaning when I hear you read, I say, man, this is the beginnings of a robber's life. This how robbers be getting started. Like, the motherfucker couldn't read in school, blood, and then he just felt like shit. And from there, he just had a life of crime. So, this shit is deep. I have to grasp. It's like the prostitute. The little girl getting gangbanged. So I say, damn, this is the beginning. I always wondered how that prostitute became one. So, if you around long enough, you get my point, you get a nice perspective on things. It's quite cold-blooded. Now, where was I at? I was just explaining how black people are better than white people at physical things. White people being better at black people in mental things. But that's only because black people are like a baby race. You get it? Meaning a lot of other races come before the black race. How races start is like you have indigenous people in their forests, their natural rainforests. Then white colonizers come and they develop the place. And they mix breed those people into the different variety that you see, from light skin to dark skin. And then the people take on the name of the place, like whatever they name it. So this is how that works. Hold on one second. Somebody was fucking with my doorknob. It was about to be a whole murder. It was about to be a whole murder at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I was like, God damn. Because when I die in the afternoon, so, boy. Now, where was I at? Black and white. There's going to be a race war soon. But I'm sure you guys already see that. It already started. When Jews was getting decked in their head in Brooklyn. It's a deep thing. You have to pay attention. Courtney Fearon said, so white people came first. The white races. Y'all don't understand things for some strange reason. I don't know why though. A Puerto Rican was made by someone from Spain, Portugal, or Italy. Those people came to the Americas. It was a rainforest then. It was not developed yet. There was indigenous people there. They have no nationality. Do you follow? Y'all, most people in the day, y'all speak on nationality like it's not made up. Like your birth name is not made up. Y'all speak on it like it's a thing. You follow? In that, y'all like, so white people were first. And you get it? We're speaking of nationalities, which is a made-up label that's put on people. These nationalities come from domestication. This is when you take blank people, basically, which is indigenous people. They have no civilization. They have no culture. They're like animals in the forest. You're a developed nation, you come, you kidnap some of them, you mix, breed them like you would do a pit bull. You develop up whatever area they was living in, they become the citizens or their offspring do. Their offspring being a mixture of whatever you domesticated them with. Let's say your own self. Let's say you had Chinese slaves, so you domesticated them with them. Every race you know of start like that. He said the alien lies is going viral. Alien talk been viral talk, but it's ignorance talk. Because once you say to them, well, why didn't they just show y'all the alien? Why they keep skipping over that part? They had a whole news conference about aliens, but never showed one. And so it's like I tell you, if you young, man, this started before I was born. Their generation, they just lead on with alien talk, and you not never gonna see one. You gonna have to make up the story of seeing one for them. A lot of y'all so lost in it. You like, I seen one. I won't care what you seen. Y'all are in agreement that the government say they got some. So why they didn't show none? Why they falling under y'all foolishness, where they talk about it but ain't showing it? Again, before I was even born, every generation they just lead on with this alien talk. And the alien talk is to cover up something, far more deep. Alien go back to biblical times. Back then, it was pronounced the same, but today y'all pronounce it Elyon. Elyon. This was the ancient name of the Most High. I guess you could say this Most High is God, a greater intelligence than man. But it's not pronounced Elyon, it's pronounced Elion. Elyon. Elion. We putting the on it like that. Nothing that N and O-N is on. It's always Poseidon. Not Poseidon. Poseidon. Alien. That's where alien come from. If you look up what an alien is and what Elyon is, you get my point? It's a misunderstanding of something. But in terms of what y'all speak of, say they claim they captured a UFO. That's just a flying object. That's not an alien. You get my point? Meaning most people don't even got, not you, but most people don't even understand the difference in these things. A UFO ain't an alien. A UFO is speaking of a flying object, like a plane that they don't have no know about. This could just be a new plane or something from another country. Russia's making planes. They've discovered or captured one like that. Y'all are lost in the wording, meaning y'all are associating UFO with aliens, so they're just speaking of what they are. You get it? And that's what makes it so beautiful. Some are just speaking of UFO, unidentified flying object, meaning another country out here building some shit, and we need to stay on top of it. Then you have UFO that's caught up into the alien talk. And so do you see how the wires can get merged? Meaning some of the officials can be talking about real things like a UFO. It's something from China. They got balloons and shit flying around. You get my point? The balloon is a UFO. Because they don't know what that was. Again, those Chinese balloons, they classify as UFO. Unidentified flying objects. Until they shot it down and did whatever they did with it, do you follow? It's a UFO. An alien is an alien. Basically something y'all don't know what it is. And so do you get my point? An alien is a being, and a UFO is talking about a vehicle of some sort. Now, if you understand vehicles, then most UFOs ain't got nothing to do with alien. The conversation got to do with like different countries and what they're working on. And sometimes these things get captured or they crash out while you're testing it. And then y'all become lost, and they do that on purpose. Meaning, speak about UFOs right in front of y'all, speaking about other countries and what they're up to, and y'all like that. Y'all won't even catch it. It's like beautiful secret language right in plain sight. Me and this nigga can have a discussion about how Russia's building this wild, crazy shit, and we gotta do something. But the public will hear alien talk. Like that. A whole discussion about real shit right in front of y'all face, but you get it? Their ears is on another frequency. So they ain't gonna catch none of this shit. To them, we talking about aliens, but we talking about like China and Russia and the other countries that's not even on our maps because they don't do trade with us or nothing. So, like that. Real things, but y'all are lost into like cartoon talk. So it's more interesting things than aliens. Like regular people like you that are living in countries that's not even too far from your own, and you never even seen them. And there's no plane that will take you from your country to their country because there's no trade between the two places. You follow? Think like Cuba and America. They don't deal with America. 100 years from now, they might not be on them about maps. Like that. Think Italy and Spain, Portugal, a lot of the European countries. Before you heard of a lot of the African countries and American countries, those countries already were. I apologize. Before you ever heard of the South American countries, Brazil, United States, a lot of the North African countries that are on the map now, back when they sailed to these places, you know, Africa and America, back in like the 1400s, 1500s, those were developed countries already. Before these countries that we know of now were even in existence. Like that. They don't have to reveal themselves to the new country. Meaning Italy and Spain, to your early American, they don't know nothing about no Italy, Spain, and no country more developed than the one that they living in at the moment that's being made by these people. Now, Italy and Spain got trade with motherfuckers as far as Japan. A nigga in America or Brazil don't even know there's a Japan. Do you follow? There's a whole trade system amongst countries. And in the 1800s, your common American don't even know these places exist. You don't know like Portugal, do trade with Japan. He don't even know where Japan is. Like that. These countries being in existence before his own. Do you follow? There were countries in existence way before y'all can fathom, and they just don't deal with the new countries. It's because of trade. Meaning America falls under, let's say, Britain, United Kingdom. And so America deal with whoever United Kingdom deal with, or whoever they, you know, allow an America, like whoever's the representative of America, whoever they allow them to deal with. You get it? There's seniority in races. Meaning somebody that's Portuguese or from Spain, this is just Spanish. They predate a Puerto Rican in the United States. They are responsible for making them. Meaning they went there, kidnapped indigenous people. These people have no civilization, no nationality. They have no roads, no name of places to, you get it? To be this or that. They just indigenous families like you have packs of animals in a forest. Whatever you want to call them, that's your own business, but they don't call themselves anything. They kidnap them and then they mix breed them, like how y'all do pit bulls. And now you have the offspring. And of course, in them times, they sold them to like Japan, and this is how black people end up all over the place. And this is how you make a nationality. I mean, Puerto Rico, They pulled up to that area before it was called that. It wasn't called anything. It was just a rainforest. Meaning the whole South America is built out of the Amazon rainforest. The whole South America is a rainforest. Brazil and all these countries are places built out of it. America. Yellowstone National Rainforest. The whole North America was that. A rainforest. A series of rainforests that's connected. No buildings, no roads. A rainforest, the whole continent. Do you follow? They building the cities out of the butt-naked forest. This is where you get your wood and all that from. Canada, same thing. The whole Canada was built out of its rainforest. The same rainforest they're telling you is on fire now. That just means they're building new cities out of what's left of the rainforest. You're going to have new nationalities of people that way. Meaning 100 years from now, you're going to have 3 or 4 new cities or countries. And the people are going to take the name of the country. And this is how everybody got their nationality. Meaning the nationality that predates yours made yours. We live in an ugly world. Y'all forgot people were sold? Or would you think they were sold for fun? Sold for money. It was a time where you could have livestock that was humans. And sell it. Some slaves was just sold for meat. Meaning this go ugly. This go deep. Some slaves was just sold for meat. And them people like black meat. All the meat we eat out the supermarket is a certain animal. In the past, before supermarkets, everybody had to hunt their food. So do you get it? Meat, once you take the skin off it. A black person, a cow, a white person, a boar, meat. You follow? We lost into modern times. Y'all lost into store. Y'all don't hunt. Y'all buy what has already been hunted. But if you can grasp, and this was the past, so man top of the food chain. There's no meat better than human. In terms of cleanliness, an animal was quite dirty in comparison to a human. So if you eating meat, the best hunt you can catch is a human. Because I'm sure you got a brain to know a human is cleaner than a goddamn cow. Like that. So in the past, human was like, that was the best you could get. Nothing better than that. Especially if it's a little baby human. Tastes good. Some barbecue sauce. Right? Put some barbecue sauce on that thing, big baby. It's delicious. Baby arm tastes so good. Let me stop. He said, I heard that Hebrew Israelites say they ate us in slavery. I thought it might be cap. Meat. People still get ate today. Like I said, most people are Babylon monkeys. All they grasp is their city. They forget like stores and all this is fake. Y'all live fake reality. But in real life, ain't no stores. You got to hunt for the things you want, and you have to have a mind to know how to make all the products y'all buy. Ketchup, all this stuff is real, but you just have to know how to make it from scratch. You have to understand tomatoes and sugar and things like that. You want some fried chicken, you have to understand how to break a chicken's neck and skin it out. And get my point? And that y'all will have a better perspective on things. This is why they say don't wander too deep out in the forest. When y'all go to the national parks, they got like limits of how far y'all should go. And they say like don't wander beyond that point. Anybody disappear in the forest, they got 8 A person from the city don't get that. So they're searching for people who vanished in the forest. The forest is the supermarket. Again, the forest is the supermarket. He who dumb enough to walk in the forest will make for good supper for something. Like that. Even to the animals. Human is the best food. It's just top of the food chain. So, lucky if you could get one. It's like a lion. Lion, top of the food chain in the jungle, and all the animals would love to eat a lion. A gazelle would eat a lion. It's just a matter of that shit ain't happening. A gazelle can't eat a lion. Like that. And so a gazelle gotta eat dirt. That's vegetables. You follow? Meat is for the gods. Meat is for the strong. You follow? This how diet work. It don't work how y'all say. You a vegan, you eat dirt. You eat what you got to. You follow? This how it work in nature. The gods eat meat, and the lesser shit eat off the ground. Vegetables come out the dirt. You can have that. Don't even touch the tree fruit. Just eat the shit out the dirt. You a lesser. And so when you see a buffalo with his big ass grazing the grass, you better know why. You think a buffalo ain't got teeth and can't? That part. It ain't built to be playing with the gods. Or those that like meat. They say they not gonna eat on their hands and feet and eat dirt. And that's the truth of diet. Even if you a vegan, you eat dirt. That's why I never tell you y'all shouldn't be a vegan. Meat is for the gods. And the lean. You know? Vegetable shit gets you fat, man. Not fat like a fucking cow. All vegetable eaters will be fat. It's dirt. Soil. I ain't telling you to go out there and eat meat, but I'm just telling you if y'all wasn't lost into y'all city, where they just speak stupid ideas, y'all would have a perspective of nature and reality. That's the real life in nature. Life say, look, you got all these life forms here. From plant all the way to beasts walking around. And they all got to eat one another. And so, I suppose the gods will eat the top of the top. You get my point? If you see a hyena eating a lion, it's a glorious day. Because that ain't supposed to happen. Not because the lion ain't good for eating. If the one animal good for eating, the other is too. It's just a matter of catching the lion. A hyena can't conquer no lion, so how did that even happen? But he lucky. And so it's like that. The lion probably cleaner than the buffalo. And the lion got more say so. First dibs at drinking, first dibs at whatever he want. Like that. A human cleaner than the animals. We got first dibs. We'll shoot a lion. Like that. And that, lions love humans. It's just a matter of, they know if you eat one human, nigga, we gonna all be in the zoo, blood. Meaning they understand if you kill a human, then they gonna send they army and weird shit looking for the lion that's running crazy eating humans. And most of us gonna die in this process. They been through this shit before. You speaking of animals. They learn like we learn. From experience. So you follow? Now, if you were human, ain't that the reality for them though? If one of y'all happen to get bitten by a lion in his territory, it's gonna be a whole thing and a whole search and search for this animal. Like that. So they leave humans alone as much as they can, because it ain't worth it. That one meal ain't worth it. But if they could, They'd eat humans every day. It's an easy catch. Good meat. Well, maybe not. Humans ain't that big, but you get my point? Big enough for a cheetah. Flip Cool said the dietary teachers say black people should only eat fruit. A person could say anything they want, then there's still real life, so you have to measure it to that. I could tell you, man, all y'all need to do is eat cotton candy, but there's still time in the realization of what transpires from that. Y'all can't just eat fruit all y'all want. You'll see for yourself. You can't abuse no one thing. Life is a balance. So any one thing you just doing that, you already know you gonna have complications at some point. You could just eat oatmeal every day. You're gonna have bone problems at some point. You could just eat collard greens every day. You're gonna have some problems at some point. You have to balance everything out. I don't know why that's so hard to grasp, but you don't want to just eat fruit. Fruit powerful. Vegetables and fruit is powerful. These things is like medicine. Low potency medicine, but medicine nonetheless. That's why y'all so addicted to food. Get it? It's a drug, no different than any medicine. Meaning all the plants is medicinal. You got the poisonous plants, highly potent medicine. Meaning you got plants. You got the poisonous ones. They're medicine. Highly potent. So potent it'll kill you. You got the medicinal plants. They're plants too. They won't kill you, so they work medicinally. And they're too powerful to just eat. But you can, but you can't just be abusing it. It's potent drugs, but not so potent that it's poisonous. Then you got the plant life that's food. It's medicinal too, or medicine. Y'all hunger pains is like dope head addiction pains. And that's the medicine for it. But it's still what it is, medicinal. So if you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables or just that, you're gonna have complications mentally. Because we're speaking about drugs, meaning plants is fucking drugs or medicine. Y'all take DMT, that classify as very potent medicine. That classify as poison. Meaning if you just take DMT and you don't microdose it, you probably die. You microdose it, it might be like snake venom. You become a little adopted to it and just go on a ride. That was the ancient practice in the past, you know. Different realms in the dream. The different places in the dream realm and accessing them whenever you want. So snake venom take you on a ride. It'll kill you, but if you know the proper dosage, what to mix it with, so you grasp. Cargo Chris said, why do lions and other mammals kill, discard babies that aren't theirs? Revenge. It's like if I got beef with you, you got a son. So I whack him too. Why? Because he ain't gonna never forget that. You his God. The 8-year-old boy is daddy. You kill his daddy. He never gonna forget that. You just killed his God. And when he get old, you don't know what he gonna turn into. When you dealing with the past, many of your great kings died by the sons of their foes that they finished off. And that became like a real thing. You get it? Where you like, damn, this is becoming the norm. Where a king almighty person kills somebody and their offspring grow up and stand on business. So, Start wiping out the whole family. Get it? That's when you have a whole tribe beheaded. They don't even take the chance of the family, even the friends. Shit, even if you knew them, whack them too. So you get it? That and the animals, they live by that. That's why animals will bite off another animal's balls. Get it? Animals is ruthless, but most people don't study animals, so y'all don't grasp, like, these is the monsters. You live in your little city and got your stores and things to go to. This protects you from having to hunt or be hunted in the real world, which is the forest. The forest is all around y'all, but y'all don't realize it. You get it? Meaning nature all around y'all, but y'all don't realize it. Y'all just lost in y'all programming. The city. When you watch the animals, you learn how things truly go. Lions are the king of the jungle, meaning a tiger will fuck up a lion. A tiger is superior to a lion. But a lion is the king of the jungle because a lion moves with a pack. And he the leader of it. And there's no other pack superior than a lion's pack. A tiger ain't a king because a tiger don't got no pack with him. It's like a boss with no workers. He is a boss. But do you get it? He's his own boss. That's the difference. A lion is actually leading a group. Tigers are the deepest animals on life. Meaning, because they so strong like that, no other animal will go around them. A lion is not going to roll with the tiger because at some moment he's like, this thing's going to overpower me and eat me. You follow? You out in nature. There's no stores. So if you can't catch something, so the tiger may say, well, the lion right here, he ain't a tiger. I'm eating him. Like that. And it's the same reason why the gazelle don't hang out with the leopard. Because when that leopard can't catch no food, it ain't like he could just go to the supermarket, go down to the food stamp office and say, I'm low on money, man. Y'all think y'all can hold me down? Something gotta die. Meaning if y'all weren't in y'all cities, tonight is dinner time, y'all babies gotta eat. Y'all will all be outside right now with y'all bow and arrows. We in modern times, y'all will have y'all gun. And y'all will all be in the same forest looking for dinner for tonight. Bumping into each other, stepping on each other's toes. Some of y'all will be killing humans. Meaning some of y'all will be like, man, we getting the best meat that they got. But just whoever else is out there, that's a human. We gonna wipe them off. They say human tastes like veal. Basically like a beef. Like an expensive beef. And so you get a better perspective of things. In that right. Meaning, you get to understand power. The strong things are always going to be alone. That's how you'll know what's strong. I know a tiger is stronger than a lion because a tiger can last in the jungle alone. A lion can't. If a lion don't got a pack or a pride, you're not gonna last. This is a fact. Meaning a lion has to have a lioness and cubs. He won't last out in the jungle by himself. He gonna be overpowered by hyenas and other animals that move in packs. They're gonna take advantage of a lion being alone. You follow? None of the animals view the tigers that way. Like, oh, the tiger's alone, let's get it. Get it? That's how it's gonna be. That's its glory. It just move around by itself. It know karate, meaning tigers know karate. That's where karate come from, tigers. Meaning man observed the animals in the beginnings to learn things they know. Tigers know karate. They know how to box, meaning they get on their back legs and they paw. A tiger will lay on his belly and rip the animal's dick off and rip his belly. They got little technique. Meaning if a tiger's fighting a lion, he will go on his back. The lion think he got him. He rips the lion's belly open with his hind legs, rips his balls off. Then rolls him over and rips his neck out. Like that, they have technique. If you ever watch like animals, you'll notice that with tigers. Man, these motherfuckers are like trained in karate or some shit. They know they measure a distance, all of that. Slap the shit out the lion and back up. And then slap him again. You get it? And then fall on his back and, like I said, rip his guts and his belly out. Lion don't got that kind of technique. Lion just got the brute force and power. So, watch animals, you start to learn. Shit get a little cold-blooded. But the animals are all the instincts and natures of man. So every person you see, they have an animal instinct or character. Meaning all the animals is just the many characteristics of man. And all men will fall in these characteristics. Man can hide his character, the animals can't. They are the character just out in the open. But man can cover up, clothe what he is, character-wise. Man could be a snake, but he can hide it. Man could be a sheep, that's a coward. He can hide it. Man could be a lion, but he can hide it and act like he's not. Like that. But once you learn the nature and the characteristics of the animal and the connection to people, then you know who's what. You get it? You know who's what animal, you know how they move when it comes to their instincts and their nature. Man tell you I'm tough, blah, 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 but you know, man, in a blink of an eye, if he got no preparation, he gonna run. He's a fleer. But if he could think and pre-plan, then maybe he won't. Like that, knowing a person's true instinct. And so, Abderrahman said, what happened to the saber-toothed tiger? Things get domesticated. So you got little dogs this big, but you get it? And all you got is little baby dogs. And I guess, man, they say, man, what happened to pit bulls? Soon y'all gonna be saying, what happened to wolves? But we still have some, but you get it? Like that, nothing happened to them. They get domesticated out. You get it? They run their course. It's like me asking you, damn, what happened to indigenous men? Nothing. They got conquered and civilized out. They offspring are the civilized people you see, and they dead now. The end. Said the saber-toothed tiger got a toothache. Stupid. That could be a real thing. A lot of animals die from toothaches. You don't have dentists like we do. A lot of people in the past used to die from toothaches. Believe it or not. A lot of y'all would die now from toothaches if we ain't have a dentist to like pull y'all joints out. Cause y'all tooth can get rotten. And that can travel. But y'all have a dentist and doctor to go to. They will pull it. Or give you a crown or whatever they need to do before it gets to that extreme. But if this was the past, most people, when they catch a bad toothache, that would have been it for you. You follow? Unless you telling me you strong enough to get a pliers and pull that thing out on your own. Other than that, that tooth gonna keep rotting in that spot till you die. And so teeth was important in life, especially out in the jungle. You ain't got no dentist. That's why a lot of the animals, they chew on certain tree barks and things like that. They fuck up their teeth, or it would look fucked up to us, but they put it to a point where it won't go beyond that, if that makes sense. Meaning it won't rotten down to the root. It just be fucked up how you see it, but it can't go no further than that. In that, they have no chance of catching like a bad tooth problem and then dying from it, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it right, but heat strokes too. The animals still die from that though. Heat strokes. They be watching over the animals in the wild now. So if an animal catch like a toothache, they will help it. I'm talking people. But you get it in the past, that's it for the animal. That's it for the person. So let's say you just got over a bad toothache that they had to pull, like your tooth. Man, you would have died. Meaning whenever they pulled your shit, you probably would have died a week later. 2 weeks later. From that moment. Meaning it would have got worse and worse. Of course, you wouldn't have been able to eat when it get to that extreme. And it would have never went less and less. You get it? It would have got worse. Worse. Until you died. If you're familiar with a tooth, meaning if you of age and you know about a tooth, I'm sure you can see what I mean. You like, oh yeah, that would take us all out. Meaning most of us would die from a tooth decaying. Because them things is too powerful. You can't, once it start going into your brain and you like, damn, the side of my brain hurt, man. Like I said, if you old enough where you understand like a bad tooth, it start going into your brain. I had one, it was going into my neck. My neck was swelling. If this was the past, that would have been it for me. Clocked out. And so, it go deep. But when you get out in nature, you get a better perspective of things. Meaning y'all are protected by y'all cities, but it dumb y'all out too in the same light. So now you got a lot of young people, they think they nature lovers. But they don't understand nature. And so they go out into nature and get ate. Again, everything, nature's the supermarket. Whoever's out in the forest, you either hunting or you new around these parts. And you will be lamb chops, a cheeseburger or something. And so you follow? A lot of people live in the cities and they don't realize you got people that live out in the forest on the outskirts of your cities for eons. They know your city there, they stay away from it. And y'all have no clue they there. Y'all wander out into the wild and die. You got a lot of white people like rednecks. They never came to the cities. They just stayed on the outskirts. Like that. And any people come down near to them, they gonna kill them. They live by old school rules, meaning you dinner. And you a leather hat or something. And so, if you from the city, you want to stay out the forest. Unless you know your way. Like, you a nice little damsel in distress. You getting ate. Can you imagine a white girl walking in the forest? Cause love white meat. You feel me? She gonna get ate, man. It's gonna be a nigga walking around the forest with some badass white leather gloves on, showing off like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, just ate this white lady. Made me these leather white gloves, Michael Jackson joints. Leather is skin. You got leather gloves, they some animal skin. It could be a human. They mix it all in there, they don't care. Zyro XL said, can you get lost in the desert? Yeah, the desert is like the ocean. It's like I told y'all. The waters in the sky is the portal to other worlds. That's why they call it the airport. They don't call it the airplane parking lot. They call it the airport. Port is short for portal. The air portal. The sea port, short for portal. Most people that go over their head. When you out at sea or the ocean, you're nowhere. You're in the wormhole. You hit it. When you take off in that plane and they go past a certain level, you're nowhere. Meaning you're not in physical reality anymore. You're in the wormhole. This is why when you're looking out the plane window, they look like a fuzzy fucking TV. When you out at sea, it look all foggy and you don't know where you at. The sky and the sea merge. So you like, I can't see up ahead like that. If you ever been out to sea, you'll notice like the sky and the sea become one at some point. In that, you lose your range of sight. You can't tell if you're looking in the sky or you lose all. You get my point? You become discombobulated because it's not no place. Meaning if you out at sea for too long, you're gonna lose your mind. Because you're not in no place, you're not in no time zone, you're in the middle of space. You are in the portal in between realms. So if I'm flying from New York to LA, then they're gonna go through the portal and get me to a place that's like 3-4 days behind. You follow? California is behind New York in time. Tokyo is ahead of America in time. You follow? But it's more than just the amount of time y'all have. We speak in time has to do with space. So the amount of space is what we're speaking of. And so in that California, like Atlanta's like 10 years behind New York in reality. When you go to Atlanta, you're going 10 years in the past. This is why when dudes from New York will go to Atlanta in the past, they have on like shit that we was wearing in the 80s. Fila's, Reeboks. We're wearing Timberlands and Nikes, and they're wearing what we wore in the early 80s. Fila, Reebok. Because they're 10 years behind. Not in swag, in reality. This is why they clash. New York is like somebody coming from the future, traveling back in time. Other than that, somebody from New York will never get to Atlanta. You follow? There's tunnels and things built. You know, the highway road, a tunnel. There's tunnel built connecting realms that would never know one another exists. Y'all would never know of Atlanta. You follow? A person in California would never know of a nigga in New York. He would never have no means of getting there. Once he hit the ocean, it's over. He have no means of traveling by air. That an airplane is a time machine. A ship is a time machine. White people accomplished that. When we came from Portugal, Spain, and Italy to America, time travel. That's what the compass is. In the middle of nowhere, you in the portal. If you don't have a compass, you'll never get out of here. If a plane uses its compass, so most of y'all figure, well, it could just look by sight and land. No. All they see is white. Like that. He has no sight through the window to say, well, we can land there. He don't know where he at. All he could do is call like the station and be like, I lost my direction. And I'm traveling fast as fuck. So if you don't tell me what to do, in 20 minutes I'll be out of this reality. Again, a plane moving 400-500 miles an hour. He done lost his sense of direction. You know how far 500 miles an hour will take you in 10 minutes? Like that. So they like, Mayday, Mayday. If you don't say something, you'll be lost in space. Or the portal. Y'all think like a plane will just fall out the sky? Hell nah. That shit will get lost in the portal like a ship at the sea. Which won't never find it. It's nowhere. Well, the sky and the sea merge at some point, so you'll find it there. It's like past and future. The sky is the future, the sea is like the past, so whatever lost in the sky will be found in the sea later. Like that. Not sure if y'all grasp. Said if I skydive out of a plane in a wormhole, you cannot skydive when you get to a certain feet. You get my point? Like that. There's limits of everything. When you get to a certain altitude, you're in the portal. I'm not sure if that's clear to you. If you jump out the plane at that altitude, you won't be ripped up by the portal. It won't be nothing of you to fall out the sky and land anywhere. Wind is powerful, meaning it has the power to pull y'all apart. Wind, air. You ever seen somebody falling out of a plane in the movies and they all over the place? In real life, going that fast, falling out of a plane, be pulled apart. A fucking arm over there, leg over there. Too much pressure. Too much speed. And so you're not skydiving in a portal. I'm not just talking about the sky like you were standing on the roof of a building and you in the sky. I'm talking about how a plane flies. It's just like a river. A river ain't the sea. It leads to the sea. If you in the river, you could see land. That river gonna take you out the sea. When you out at sea, you ain't gonna be able to see land, but you might could see a silhouette of something off far. If you lucky, that sea gonna take you out into the ocean. Once you in the ocean, it's over for you. Do you follow? Do that make sense? Meaning once you out in the ocean, you ain't gonna see no land. And it don't matter which way you go, you're not never gonna reach land. If that makes sense. Meaning you're only gonna reach land if you can hit a river. If you're out at sea, you got ocean, sea, river, land. The rivers lead to lands. The seas lead to rivers. If you're lost at sea, you're not looking for lands, you're looking for rivers. All you could depend on out at sea is rivers. If you're out at the ocean, the only thing you could depend on is seas. Meaning you got to find a sea that's going to lead you to a river. That's going to lead you to land. The ocean ain't near no land. You will never find a land if you lost at the ocean. This is why they need the compass. If they don't have the compass, look at it like the ocean is just surrounded by seas. And the seas is surrounded by rivers. This is not how it is, but just so you can have a perspective. An ocean is surrounded by seas, so you will never see any land or get to any land no matter which way you go. You will just come into a sea, which is a large body of water. If you don't know that, then you say, man, we ain't never reaching land, man. No matter which way we go, we travel for 40 days. We still don't hit no land. When they came from Spain to the Americas, how long it took? Like 35 days maybe? Y'all would have turned around after 1 week and said, ain't no goddamn land out here. We've been traveling for a week straight. We didn't see no land. Meaning no land. Not the land we looking for, but nothing. 2 weeks pass. You like, man, this is a waste of time. You don't know, like, if you go for 35 days straight, then you'll come into a land. Now, use that as an example. You could be lost out at the ocean and travel for 3 years straight and never find land. Like that. Ain't nothing but seas you could find. That's going to lead you to a river, and that's going to lead you to land. And so if somebody lost out at the sea or the ocean, they in trouble. They in more trouble than somebody lost flying in the sky. Well, they in the same danger. And so these is your portals between realms. It's like I told y'all, you got 4 skies, 7 heavens, 4 oceans and 7 seas. And them 7 seas gonna lead you to your 7 lands. This is your 7 continents. You follow? And that's the proper understanding of this strange realm we in. Meaning y'all think like all the places is in the same place. China's in a whole nother day. It's not in the same reality you live in. The best way I can explain it is like today is Monday. No, today is Friday. Wednesday haven't come yet. China's there. How do you get from now to there is what was accomplished when you see us traveling from place to place. You follow? We talking time. These places are in different time realities. Not the same place. And so when we traveling from place to place, time traveling. That's why y'all get a little sick, like jet laggy. Because she ain't supposed to necessarily do that, but... And so y'all waiting for time travel to come into existence. It already did. Y'all live it. In regards to you going back into the past, you mean like that? You like, no, I mean time travel like we go 10 years in the past. If you travel from right now 10 years in the past, ain't nobody there. Everybody in the present. If I made a time travel machine right now, I was going to say if I knew how, but I could. But if I made one and I sent you 10 years into the future, ain't nobody going to be there. It's going to be empty. Everybody in the present. No matter where they at. Do you follow what I mean? I don't want you to look at like China is, let's say China a year, a whole different year ahead of us. I don't want you to think of it like in the sense of travel, but in the sense of they're a whole nother year. You get it? Take a day to... China's a whole day in time away from us. I don't want you to look at it like in time. Look at it like they're in a whole nother day. Like that. How do we get there? Like, it's not a matter of you traveling time. It's a matter of you figuring, how do I get from one day to the next? If I wait for life to do it, they'll be on Wednesday. And you get it? How do I get to that next day? Like that. They're a whole day, a whole different realm of time away from you. And so the only way to cut through time is by speed. Everything's moving on its course. You could speed ahead, but won't nothing be there. That's what I mean when I say if you travel 10 years in the future, and let's say I tell you, man, China, I say China's a day ahead of us, but I want you to view it as they're a whole nother day. I don't want you to view it in time. Well, if I travel there, then you get it? Now, let's say I put you in a time machine and I put you a day ahead instantly to China. Nobody will be there. You follow? I sent you a day ahead in terms of time. I didn't send you a day ahead in terms of they're in a different day than you are. You can travel that day fast, but no one will be there when you get there because you skipped ahead. They're in a different day, not a different time. Time is what I'm using so you grasp. You get my point? I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Where you could grasp, like, if you travel ahead in time, it's going to be empty. Because nobody's there. Everybody's in the present. Where they are. We're viewing it as time. Y'all view California as a certain amount of time away. Travel distance. Y'all don't view it as it's in another realm of time. Your noon, this thing is in 11 a.m. And all is moving forward though. But it's in another hour than you. Like that. You can travel back an hour, but you get it? They won't be there because you're not traveling back into their hour. You're just going back an hour. And they're in a whole nother time. This is why we have time zones. You get it? Eastern, Pacific, Western. A whole bunch of different time zones. Because you have a bunch of different realms. The map is like a clock. It's just pinpointing at what time the place is at. This is why when the plane is traveling, it might say like 40 degrees north, 120 degrees west, at 3 o'clock. They basically telling you that place is a time. You can only find it by knowing what time it is. Look at all the countries as a specific time. You have to find them that way. Like that place is 2:30. That place is 3 o'clock. You follow? And we just in space. So you like, I want to go to this place. You have to remember it's coordinates. It's time. Like where exactly it is in space. Or you won't ever find it. That's how time travel works. It's hard to explain. I don't know if y'all grasp. It says so time zones are reliable. What do y'all be listening to when I speak? Cargo Chris. Blood is a word that's used in New York City in the 1970s. It don't have nothing to do with gangs. Y'all need to stop learning on a line. I said this in the past. Please let this be the last time. Meaning let it register in your brain. Bloods don't say blood. If you're listening to a gang member and he says blood, he ain't no gang member. Gangs are sets. A gang member says his set. Blood don't mean anything. I'm gonna say it again. You non-tray, you this or that. Whatever you are. You say you're a gang. If somebody roll up in you and say who you be, what set you claim, you can't say blood. Nobody asked you that. What set? Like that. When I'm saying blood, y'all brain shouldn't go to gang. That don't have nothing to do with gang. Meaning a gang member would never say blood. That don't mean anything. Just like a Crip won't never say Crip, they will say they said. A real gang member, not the weirdos that you have in the day where y'all learn online. Y'all learning stereotypes that ain't real. Like, that's the best way I can explain it. Y'all young people, y'all learning online, y'all learning stereotypes. People stereotypes, stupid shit. You get it? People like this or like that, and dumb ass stereotype shit. It's dumbing y'all completely out. So now you watched online, you see gangs. In that, you thinking like, oh no, bloods call each other blood. No, they don't. A Pyru gonna say Pyru, which started off as a set. So that's his set. He's not saying blood. You follow? The next set say his set. You will never hear that person say just plain blood. It don't even fall into no conversation. Now, if you go back to the gangsters in New York in the 70s, the closest thing I could tell y'all is Dead Presidents. That movie. That's just how we talk in New York. Chill, young blood, you get it? Like that. I'm not speaking from a gang perspective. I'm speaking like the OGs would speak. Chill, young blood, you blah, 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 blah. I'm just leaving the young part off. Chill, blood. But that's how they talk. They didn't say young blood. That was like, you get it? How TV made it. What's up, jive, sucker, turkey? Might just call you a sucker. Like, chill, sucker. Like that. And so blood come from old school gangster talk. It don't come from gang talk. And so if you're young, put that in your memory. Now don't say blood because of a gang thing. From past little kid times. I'm 41, so I know y'all know 41-year-old gang members, but that's fools. And you can't be a gang member and have a religion that don't go together. You're either banging or you're giving your life over to the religion. These two things contrast. You follow? Zaro XL said, Lil Uzi is blood. Y'all are not anything. Salam, shalom. Y'all whatever y'all make up. Y'all live digitally. So you get it? Y'all digital gang members. Y'all digital people. Meaning nothing y'all do or say got anything to do with physical reality. You follow? So, trying grass. Said you right, real right. I understand gang lingo. I don't want to get you lost when I was younger. I'm 41, so we talking over 20. I joined the gang when I was like 15 or 16, so this is like 97. You get it? Meaning before y'all was born. So I don't even like having a convo with y'all. It's like stupid to me, nigga. You wasn't even born, right? Whatever y'all are, it stand on the backs of the people my age. This ain't even got nothing to do with a lot of the people y'all be listening to. They come after. I mean, a lot of OGs y'all got speaking in the daytime, they come after me. I wouldn't even have known they existed. You get my point? Somewhere playing with their feet. Watching Barney or some shit. It's like niggas 37, 38. Y'all OGs, I didn't even know they existed before. Or I just remember them as a little kid. Like, yeah. I know his mom. I know his older brother and his mom. I don't remember. It says 692 here, blood. I used to be. Shalom, shalom. Zaro, I told you before you was kind of young. Chill out when you come here with the stupid combos. I'm not big on that. I'm going to have to block you. I have something good to say one day. So save it for that. grasp what you're saying, me. You gotta learn how to write a little better. I see where you said the internet calls are like a portal window. We just need to pass physically. The internet is the spirit summoning practices. Oh, it's where television channels come from channeling. And so the technology y'all used to use, the technology y'all have to use the phone and watch TV was used to summon spirits. You get it? Meaning talk to spirits. A telephone was a device used to talk to spirits. You just wait till you catch the signal. Spirit, speaking energy. You get my point? The spirit be bound to. You see how y'all have towers everywhere? Like that. The tower won't catch the signal, the energy, and pass it through to your device. In the past, this is a matter of a spirit, meaning everything in Earth is terrestrial. Everything out of Earth is extraterrestrial. And I mean dead. Outside of Earth is the black darkness, the abyss, the dead realms. That's why they got, what are they called? That's why they got the satellites outside of Earth, catching the spirits of the dead still. But that technology is being used on a lesser level to like sell to the public, where y'all could talk to y'all grandma and shit across the river. But it's for talking to the dead. And in the past, they bring the dead up on the screen like how y'all use it now. Y'all surf the web. If this was the past, y'all would just be surfing the realms of the dead, talking to y'all grandmas and shit. Whoever in the dead realms that can get picked up by the signal. That's why I got that video where I explained like the dead watch the living on TV. I might have went over some of y'all head. Meaning I have a video where I explain if you ever seen somebody have an NDE experience and they said like they was watching their life on the TV or they past life that they just died from. That's real. The dead watch the living on TV, but you gotta understand spirit summoning. You gotta understand plants. Meaning man used to, the plants is the tie between the living and the dead. We exhale, that's the dead's inhale. And our inhale is the dead's exhale. Meaning when the dead is exhaling, if you lost and you say the dead don't breathe, a dead body don't breathe. The soul breathes, not the body. A dead soul breathes. Breathing ain't got nothing to do with the physical. It's a thing. Souls do. You get it? Y'all breathe, not y'all body. So the dead, which is a soul, a breathing bubble of air, it breathes. Its inhale is a matter of your exhale. Our inhale is coming from the dead's exhale. The plant is the tide or the meaty area in between. The plants take in our exhale and turn it over into sugars. This is food for the dead. Turns it into fresh oxygen. And that's released out to us. The plants go down into the ground. Meaning there's a trade between us and the plants. We give the plants carbon, they turn that over into sugar. And they give us fresh air, oxygen. Like I said, tie between the living and the dead. The plants is the median. You get it? They take in the carbon, transfer it over to the dead, or they take in our exhale and give it to the dead. Take the dead's exhale and give it to us. So, do that make sense? Are y'all following? Meaning I'm explaining to y'all real life. Every time y'all inhale, that's coming from the dead realms. And every time you exhale, it's going back to the dead. So in the past, man understood that. Like, damn, the plants is the mediary between the dead and the living. Now, all the plants got substance inside them. Of course, you know the psychedelic plants, that part, they'll take you to the dead realms. People take DMT, they end up in midget land, machine elf land, realms of the dead. So the people in the past understood this. They learned how to mix and merge the different plant substances to get to the different realms of the dead. And that was spirit summoned in the past. And the spirits of the dead taught them that. Meaning if somebody took DMT and visited the spirits of the dead, or they took this drug mixture, coming from the plants, of course. There's no stores. All the drugs come from the plants. Plants is the mediary between the living and the dead. So man take the plants, the plant take him to the dead realm. That's how that worked. While he there, the spirits of the dead teach him things. Spirits of the dead teach him how to commune with them without having to get high off plant substance. By the metals. Technology. And so man make the telephone or telecommunications, understanding the metals. This is how we conduct energy with the metals. The spirits taught man that. It's called telecommunications. And this is how man used to communicate with the spirits of the dead. That way he ain't got to get high off that. The plants. Communing with the spirits that way. Meaning in the past, people speaking to their grandmother in the dead. Using the telephone. Then that telephone evolved into telecomputing. And like texting between the dead. And then that evolved to, computing. Television screen. And the dead being, pulled up on the screen in imagery. And of course, all that was banned. So now y'all have it how y'all have it, where it's limited. And y'all can just talk to people that's alive. And y'all can surf the web, and it's still the same. You got all these bots online. These just the spirits, like, intermingling with y'all. So it's just a meeting place for the dead and the living. Meaning for most of y'all that don't realize that y'all online talking to some spirit of the dead, that shit is a bot though. Like it got a bot, it got a body now. Shit go deep though. Space station up there, it's all metaverse shit for communing with the dead. Y'all think there's like aliens. There's just the dead and the living. And nothing else. And the dead control the living. Like the dead was here first, so they control the living. Like the physical living life is controlled by the dead, but they was here first. You alive, so you don't understand dead and alive. You think it's two different places. Y'all can't grasp like how I told y'all heaven and hell is in the same place. Life and death in the same place. So you just have to have a better understanding and you grasp things. But like I said, the dead control the physical, like the living. Oh, they got the upper hand. And so you don't gotta get lost when I say like everything is for the dead. You get it? To still have fun in physical life. Because dead is a deep thing. Meaning y'all phones is just for a dead soul to like watch y'all every day. It's fun for them. Some of y'all just sit and look at y'all own phone. Just sit and look at you too. Some of y'all be recording shit y'all out and about so they get to see. You get my point? Meaning you got countries that been in existence way before us. They way further advanced than us. We're like an app in their technology, if that makes sense. I'm gonna say it again. You got countries or civilizations that go back before y'all can fathom. They still around. Portuguese, Spain, Italy, they came to Americas, they built up Puerto Rico and all of that shit, and they still around their self. Like that. You got countries from eons ago. They still around. Like that. Our phone system is like an app for them to see what we're doing. Think if you had indigenous people in the Amazon rainforest. So you're like, I wonder what people in the Amazon rainforest are doing. You know, butt naked indigenous people. They have no civilization. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what's going on over here. Imagine somebody from America go to Amazon, give all the indigenous people cell phones for free. Then they turn it on and they start playing with the camera and shit. In that, we can watch them through our device. Their phone is hooked up to our app. So I just go to like indigenous. And I bought this nigga right here. You know how I say like when you sign on to a certain website, it steals your information? Like that. So let's say I bought this nigga shit. Now his phone is under my control, but I just use it to see what he's doing and what's around him, because I don't live there. Like that. You see how I'm telling y'all there's countries that's like, y'all don't know nothing of. Imagine if you can buy the phone information of one of them, where you can control the photo, the camera, and all of that, meaning access it to see what they see, to see them. Now again, when y'all sign into these websites, it asks for permission to your camera, your phone. Y'all think like it's taking y'all information in a strange way. Whatever you do on your phone, they have access to it. You typed in your password to your bank, they have that password now. What they don't have is your phone. You probably got your phone on that checkup thing, where when you type in your password, then you gotta get the text, and if anybody that ain't from your phone try to log into your bank account, it's gonna send your phone a code. They ain't got your phone. They got everything but your device. I'm giving you examples so you can grasp. If you say, well, why nobody ain't robbed my bank? They ain't got your device. They got your password, everything. Your social, everything you could think of. They got every picture you took. You was beating off in front of the camera watching porno. They got that. You get it? They just don't have your phone. So when they go into your bank account, whatever passcode the bank sent to your phone, the little number, well, they ain't got your phone. So they don't got that number to punch in. And that's where it stopped. Meaning that's where the password security stopped for them. You got certain people, they don't have that extra layer of security. It's just those of y'all that get your bank account cleaned out. And you like, I got hacked. You ain't get hacked. When you went on Facebook, they asked for permission to your camera, the voice recorder, the phone. That meant anything you do on that phone, they have access to. Even when you sign out of Facebook and you say, I don't want a Facebook account no more, they still got access to your phone. You already gave it to them. It don't matter if you left their site. You gave them permission to control your phone here, now, and later. Now think of all the websites you did that with. Like that. They have your phone. And whatever you do on it, they have that information. This go beyond your social security number and all of that. Like I said, this go into your own personal private moments. You got your phone off, pointed at you, beating off. It's recording you. Remember, you gave them permission to your camera. You ever been watching something and then your shit just go completely off for no reason? And you like, yo, what the fuck? And another app just pop up one day. You was on one thing and another thing just popped up. You like, this is weird. Like that. There's people that have control to our phone. You got people in countries that don't deal with the conglomerate of countries we associated with. United Nations thing. Let's look at it like that. You got different pals of countries that deal with one another. So we're a part of a pal that don't deal with this pal. But that pal been around way longer than our pal. And so they manipulate that pal. Meaning y'all get phones for free, but y'all don't think like why. You follow? You can walk outside, they giving away free Obama phones always. That's wrong. That information sold, people buy the app. And they get to just watch you all day on their phone or their device. And I guess it's quite fun. You follow? This the reality we live in, but y'all didn't get there yet. Meaning it's coming for us. We gonna be watching some less advanced civilization. They don't understand technology, so they all on their phone doing all the dumbest shit that we already privy to know. And like, nah, don't do that. You get it? But this they first phone, so they don't know. And like that. I'm just having a good time watching them. Like, oh, this shit is fun. Like that, we somebody gang. If you ever looking at your phone camera and say, man, I bet you somebody looking at me. Yeah, a bunch of people. You're a gang. Y'all already covered the public assistance shenanigans. That's the Bama Brawl. That's what I call it. Grade A public assistance behavior. Grade A project staircase behavior. Have I ever seen it? And so, just try to grasp these phones, this technology, these things is deeper than y'all can grasp. It's ancient technology. Technology that got to do with spirit summoning. And like I said, the dead still control things. Y'all just don't understand dead. So, get a little strange. But this is why they got all that stuff up in the sky, like out of Earth's orbit in space. Because that's the realms of the dead. And that's the abyss. So, catching souls there. It's like the Solomon magic. The equipment have the signals. Like y'all television, it made of certain metals in certain symbols. Meaning the metals inside your TV is made into certain shapes. This is how the current is caught. This is how you can use your TV. It's all dependent on these metals and their shaping and how the current is running through it. And that current running through it is energy that is being bound by those metal shapes. That part. That was learned from catching spirits that way. See, if I got this metal like this, and I got my wiring hooked up to it, if its spirits are energies moving around my space, it will get caught inside the metal. That same way energy get caught in your light bulb and it can't get out. You know, call your wire thing. Energy get bound to that, it can't get out. In that you have electricity. Trapping spirits like that. A spirit ain't nothing but energy out the body. So they trap the spirit and communicate with it. The spirit not being able to unbound itself from the metals. The spirit being just energy. Like air. Bound. So do you grasp? Meaning that science is quite simple. But it can be as confusing as if I told one of you guys, make a television. Say a television can't be that hard because we got too many of them. But I don't know how that worked. That, see. But if you don't understand, it could be hard. But the same way you watching things, or you on a phone talking to somebody that's millions of miles away from you, so it shouldn't be hard for you to grasp that you could talk to somebody in the spirit realms of life. If you say how they got a physical phone in the spirit, they deal with numbers, and we deal with the physical. It's like the matrix, your number system, your binary coding. You change the binary coding, you change the image. We dealing with that, the image. They dealing with the coding, the numbers. You follow? We see the number codes as images. They see the images as number codes. This is why everything got to do with numbers. Am I being clear? Because I don't even know if I'm explaining this right. I understand it, but explaining it is a whole different thing. If y'all ain't grasping, I can just go to another topic. Because I don't feel like I'm explaining it right anyway. But it's a real thing. Like I said, that's why everything is... Oh, I'm clear. Y'all do realize. Oh, I'm bugging sitting here like, yeah, I ain't explaining this shit right. It don't sound like it's supposed... It don't sound that clear the way I'm saying it. But it's simple. But I don't feel like I'm saying it simple. But everything's a number thing. He said, I'm catching a little bit. It ain't that clear. If you a little wise and you get it, you catching it. Like, oh no, I get what you're saying. But if you ain't, it ain't clear. But everything is a number thing, right? Y'all houses is a numbers, y'all streets is numbers, everything numbers. Y'all get social security numbers, y'all are numbers. Who y'all are is the things y'all do. You get it? That's your work. Those are numbers is what's important. Some of y'all die, but you still gonna be earning money. Who's getting it is the question. Meaning, a rapper dies, but they signed a contract with the record company. And they had to put their social and all of that down because this is a real job. And the record company own that business, which is them. When they die, the record company can still have a line of credit in that artist's name, a house in that artist's name, a whole record company in that artist's name. Why? Power of attorney. When the artist signed that contract, that was in there. And so after the artist did, the catalog still got worth, meaning the artist's social security number is not recyclable. Whoever died 30 years ago, their social security number still to them. And if that person was generating income, and that income was still coming in after they died, whoever has power of attorney is now over that person's business. Meaning a dead person can have business. That's why I told y'all in the past, broke people get life insurance. Rich people pass down business. I got this business that shit bringing $280,000 a month. You could just take over that shit. What the fuck would I need life insurance for? Wouldn't that be kind of stupid? Life insurance for a broke nigga got nothing to leave. And so don't worry about life insurance so much. Worry about that. Some of y'all got YouTube channels. Maybe you die next week, but there's a section of YouTube where you can fill it out and your monthly YouTube checks will go to your kid. You never did shit for your kid. That will just blow their mind. Shit, my dad or my mom left me this money that just come in every month for no fucking reason. Like that. And your social and all of that is still good. If your kid is smart and you left them as power of attorney, they can get credit out of your name. You can't fuck their credit up, but you got good business, so your credit score high as shit. You dead, but all this still current because you got current business. Like that. Most rappers sign they self over to the label. The label got power of attorney over their social and all kind of shit. that have to do with the business they had going. You follow? In that they can still use that artist's social security number and things like that when they dead. The family not even knowing, because that ain't the family business. The family business is whatever personal things he had going on. But in terms of the business, well, yeah, Death Row could have a whole townhouse community in Tupac credit. You get it? I could have 20 artists, all of them died. Pop Smoke, XXX, all these niggas died. I'm still playing with their credit. They rich rappers. This nigga got $100,000 credit line. He got a $300,000 credit line. Meaning his credit getting that. When he died, his credit was good. I kept it good. It been building. And I got all these artists that died, all their credit is at $1,000,000. Meaning I got a credit card in each and every one of their name, and it has $1,000,000 limit on it. And if I max it out, it wouldn't matter, they dead. This is how record labels is playing now. Whack the artist off, he ain't gonna be shit anyway. Play with your credit. You get it? I could do that to one of y'all. Your credit score low? Well, not me, but let's say somebody a little rich. Sitting on 50 million or something. You could clean your bum ass credit up right quick, build that shit up slowly over time. You get cars and all kind of shit in your name. You get it? I'll pay you back. I'm gonna use this artist to pay you back. And save that for when I really need it. That part. I got 10 artists. I got $1,000,000 credit line on all of them. I'ma cash out and disappear. Like that. Follow? And so it go deep. You have to know what you into. And so most people sign it. That's why they call it like signing your soul to the devil. Because after y'all die, it don't stop. And so Pop Smoke could have like a whole record label under his credit, in his name. But he dead. And the record label got the power of attorney over that business right there. Like that. Think like Fat Joe and Big Pun. Big Pun dead, they complaining like, yo, Fat Joe still getting paid off him. Like that. Cold blood shit. $1,000,000 every year off this nigga. Like that. Family starving, living in a shelter. Who cares? Like that. You Pop Smoke family? Like that. Y'all struggling still in Brooklyn? You getting rich off that nigga shit right now. Like that. Fat Joe could play with Big Pun credit, all that shit. Do whatever he want. He got power of attorney over that their business. Now do you see how scary? How scary it could be? I don't understand your comment, Ayla. Shalom, shalom. Record labels are a scam. It's a scam to own you even after you dead. Follow? It's like buying bodies. Now law got credit. Even if it ain't shit, it can be fixed and twerked like it need be. And if a nigga got a few of those, well, you get it? It ain't about money. Money run out, but it's about sources of money. If I got 20 niggas credit and I got the power of attorney over their credit and they rich famous rappers, well, some rappers have credit cards with limits that's in the millions. What you think Jay-Z credit card look like? That part. I'm sure he got at least a $10 million limit. You follow? Where he can buy a car or something huge and don't pay nothing. Just swipe with his card and pay that off over time. Same way you use your credit card, but the limit only 500 or something. His shit 10 million. Like that. Now if you got 8, 9 of those, you're doing alright. You swipe that. Get you the new Rolls Royce. And just don't pay it back, because that ain't yours anyway, so who cares? Like that. You still have 8 more. Ooh, Jay-Z just bought the most expensive house in Cali. He used Dame Dash. Nah, that's right. He used Dame Dash shit, my nigga. This nigga Dame out here struggling. He using his credit. Hold on, I gotta use the restroom. Alright, I'm back. Where was I? It doesn't matter. Oh! How to build wealth. I'm about to depart, and I'm here way too long. If y'all give back, then I'll stay. But other than that, I kind of lose my interest with this. This is why I don't go live that much no more. And so if you enjoy the videos or the posts that I be putting up, like the Facebook ones and the ones that I put in the comment section, you're gonna have to go to my website. Put this charger. Yeah, like I said, you're gonna have to go to my website. My works is there now. Like I said, this little YouTube thing, I don't really find no interest in it. That's why I don't go live. It's kind of boring to me. I get bored fast. Y'all ain't getting no wiser or better. How to build wealth. Wealth have to do with resources, and rich have to do with papers. So you have to learn the difference of things first. But most of y'all are chasing wealth because you're just impoverished. So you get it? You're just wasting your life for the most part. So you don't want to get too poor-minded, meaning most people suffer from poverty of the mind. That's why they, impoverished, even if they ain't. It's just the mindset, a greed, a never being satisfied type of thing. And that, you get it? You become like a poor person. They always have a need or a want, that feeling. Most of y'all are just poor. They come from your environment. You was raised in a poor neighborhood. You picked up all the poverty from it. The mental poverty and the emotional poverty. manifest out your poverty for you. This is why y'all would say, like, why we gotta pay for wisdom? View yourself like a charity case, but you don't. Get it? It's just your natural instincts from your impoverished mind, the perspective of it. You follow? Outside of whatever environment you come from, not a charity. You get my point? Not a charity case. Y'all view free as like good or something. I don't get it. It's a poor thing, a poor-minded thing. You follow? So free is gonna attract all the people that don't have shit. You follow? Cheap is gonna attract the people that don't have that much. It's gonna attract the penny pinchers that don't have that much, or it's gonna attract people that have a lot but they just cheap. That's what cheap gonna attract. If you starting a business or something, you keep that in mind. Free gonna get you a bunch of niggas that can't do shit for you. Receive charity. Y'all lost in like charity times. Y'all carry it like charity. Giving back charity. This is just promotional tools for y'all in the daytime. Like I said, most of y'all have a poverty in y'all mind. Thank you, me, for the give back. Like I said before, y'all can keep the little $2 and all of those things. No use for that. Not ego, just real talk. I'm wrong. I've been doing this for a while. Come correct, though. Don't worry about it. You feel me? I'm just explaining to y'all. Go to my website. The wisdom's there. They've been being put up, daily. I don't really come to YouTube too often because, like I said, I'm losing my interest. It's like a poverty. It's like a impoverished environment, impoverished mind. Weird thing. And y'all gonna be like y'all on these things, Just have to grasp. Fargo said, would you join the Masons? I said y'all have. My wisdom is for those that's already advanced. It's not for like little kids trying to find themselves, and it's for those that's, in a mature place and grown. And my wisdom is like artwork. Get it? You come here, it's like you come into a museum. You're gonna see exclusive things and shop at your own discretion. This is not the cults y'all fall into. And I'm the leader of the cult. I'm an artist, meaning I got a deep mind. I break down ancient texts. If you want to know what these deep writings mean, you come here, you get it. It's not a place for people that don't read and don't deal with science, which is what most of y'all are. You come with the impoverished mind, you don't understand. Like, I view my work more like a museum thing, an upscale thing, for those that have a peace in their life. They're not trying to survive. Some of y'all broke, you looking for a get rich. You get it? You looking for a get rich scheme or somebody to save you. And you confusing wisdom, or you're seeking wisdom as that. So in the mind, you're like, I'm looking for wisdom, but you're looking to save yourself some kind of way from your circumstances. Wisdom ain't got nothing to do with that. You get my point? Stupidity got to do with that, and you got to remove the stupidity first. From there, the wisdom will serve you and bring you along, and you won't have a lot of the problems that you have now that you're seeking an end to. But you can't come to wisdom. You get it? Meaning you come to know wisdom, you looking for something to save you. The wisdom ain't get you into the circumstances you win. So you follow, the wisdom ain't gonna serve you. Your mind ain't even on that frequency to grasp. You have to live a certain balance. Like I said, my wisdom is for those that have like a peace or a stability in their life. You know, a person might be in their mid-30s, late 30s, early 30s. And they work a decent job or they have finances and they ain't like struggling, living survival. And so they find interest in whatever they do. Maybe they like going down to the art museum and buying, art. You impoverished, you like that's stupid. Why would you spend money on that art? You got people that go out, they buy ancient cuckoo clocks. Ain't nobody gonna have that on their wall. They into that. Like that. I'm like that. I like exclusive shit. My channel and my wisdom is for that. Like those that got upscale exclusivity about themselves. Mentally. You get it? Say, man, I got the time now. I want to kind of learn how to deal with my emotions, my mind, little secrets in life I don't know. I always was reading the Bible, but I never understood it. I read the Owaspy, I read the ancient Sumerian texts, the Enuma Elish, and I just didn't get it. Not you heard about this from people's YouTube videos, but you read it, but you just couldn't quite grasp it. My channel and my wisdom's for that. It's not for little kids, which are impoverished. You get my point? Little kids have people that own their mind already, so you don't have no control over yourself to learn anything. You're just in a position to do whatever you told. The mind has to be free from these things for you too. You get it? Grasp things. Y'all still have other people's perspectives over your mind. Try to grasp. Now I'm about to depart. Visit upscaleknowledge.org. You can sign up to a subscription plan there. And all my wisdom videos and things like that is there. And over the course of this year, you get it? I'll be working there. So you sign up to one of the subscription plans and then you get it. Every year, well, not every year, but every day during the year. Same way you have it on YouTube and Facebook, but there's no Facebook or none of that. And follow, so on my website, it's pretty much the only place. Go there. Every so often, maybe once, well now we at like once a week. Like I said, I've been losing my interest in all of this weirdness. But in regards to my works, I ain't never lose interest in that. That's on my line, on my website. You can go there. Other than that, I'll be coming to YouTube like once a month. Salam, shalom. Those of y'all that enjoy the free knowledge, make it your business to give back. And then I'll come back more often. Other than that, salam, shalom. Peace and wisdom.